Ramzi Khalid Ismail has been officially charged with a second count. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not one, but 2 counts. This is everything. This is the master list. This is the factual list, and they are inflicting as much procedural pain on Johnny Somali as they absolutely can. They are pushing his trial and making him delay. His penalty now he faces is 21 years in prison just for deepfakes. And then, because we have other charges, remember, we've got other charges, that's another 10 years stacked on. So he's looking at up to 31 years.
Guys, please drop some prayers for Johnny. He's gonna need them. Good evening, everyone. We're about to talk about John Somali again, but this time it's a more severe case. His incredible channel of Legal Mindset just dropped an update on how screwed he is. The first thing he details is a new count of making or sharing AI videos of intimate acts with him and other female Korean streamers who definitely did not want that to be made in the first place. If you didn't know, in Korean court, making those kind of deepfakes can really screw you over. So we had one count from Bong Bong, that was the first female streamer, and now there's a new one on top from someone that we don't know about just yet. But regardless, with all those charges and this new count piled up, it makes up, like you saw in the intro, a total of 30 years. So sit down and watch this to see how cooked John Somali is.
So we've got an update here today. This is hot off the presses as of today, Korea time. So this is a fresh update. First update, procedural.
Oh boy.
We now have...
Wait, should I move? No, I'm sure the webcam is blocking it.
There's multiple updates here. But first I'm going to give you the procedure. His lawyer from the Eastern District has now officially registered in the Western District.
Sorry, what? Oh my god, yeah, there was that drama, it's a fucking legal case. There was an issue where like his registered, like his lawyer, the public cheap ass lawyer that he got wasn't able to attend one court because it was a different district, a different like area code. Was that story?
So
or am I getting it wrong?
He talked a lot about this private attorney in the Eastern District. He is now
he afforded
registered officially in the Western District. It is unclear how the defense is going to split work, as Ramzi now officially has a public defender and a private lawyer. So he's got both a public defender that...
I do bear in mind as well, one of my last videos about him was like how he was just so broke because, you know, living there, buying a shit ton of food, or just buying booze actually, as a matter of fact, also paying now for a private lawyer, a private defender, whatever. Wait, does he really need 2? A public and a private one?
That was
what a waste of money.
Originally covering his Eastern District.
They just get the private one, you know, like don't, I guess.
Sorry, his...
They might make a transition, you know, between the public one and the private one, potentially.
Western District case. And a private lawyer, which was on the East, which is now registered in the West. So we're going to talk about this lawyer. So...
I'm sorry, I just read the last part. Hasn't seen court in 20 years. Oh my god, he's so cooked.
We actually predicted who this lawyer was. We had a leak. Ramzi gave a leak about who this lawyer was. We now know officially. The lawyer is...
Wait, he leaked it? I saw, like, you know, maybe Legal Mindset, like, got the info, and now he said he can say safely. He leaked it, whatever.
Or Wang Ho Choi. Choi is his family name. So that is the lawyer that has registered. He is a tax attorney. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom in 20 years. Let me say that one more time. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom in 20 years. He is a tax attorney.
Is that really the best that money could buy? Oh, sorry, Hank's money could buy, Johnny?
So
Johnny
what
boy?
Probably happened, and this is something that we said, was this is probably a friend of Hanky Poo's family who got put on this case. And just so you...
Okay, do we know for a fact if that's true? That's fucking hilarious. They're so cheap that they probably had to like beg for like a family friend to defend this foreigner in their own country.
You guys see, I am not making this thing up. Here's over here his blog. You can look this up, and this is also in Korean, so if you want to check it out, this is the original Korean version, which is translated over here, right? So he graduated from Sungkyun Kwan University in 1991.
I don't care.
Passed the bar in 1998. He joined the Songpa law firm, which is where he is in 2001. So he did...
Where was he in 2001?
Start
I'm joking.
As a public defender. He did that for 4 years, but then he switched to tax litigation. So he has not done anything involving criminal stuff since 2005. Some of you are not even that old.
And bear in mind, he's defending somebody who speaks a different fucking language. You have the mediator with Hank, but like that doesn't make a situation easier to handle. A bit tougher.
He also runs a carry.
I'm glad that Hank's there, but like, you know, it's not gonna make it any easier.
Well, maybe that's how they found him. But anyways, so the point of the matter is that is the new lawyer. Now, once again, this is not some sort of big shot Johnny Cochran of Korea, right? This is not some sort of super expensive lawyer.
I mean, no, like, I don't think anybody was expecting like the best lawyer possible. But at least, bro, we were expecting someone better than a fucking old fogey who hasn't seen court in 20 years.
This is not some sort of, mega hitter. This is a tax attorney who seems to be handling this based on connections, presumptively, to Hank's family. That's a presumption. That's what a lot of good speculation has been made. But beyond,
I'm not gonna claim that as well because honestly, proof, that this guy's friends with Hank's family. I want to see that first before making that
Hank
claim.
paid the bill for this. Obviously, Johnny has no money, so Hank, Han Jong-yu, paid the legal fees for this attorney. So this has been scrapped together by Hank one way or another, and that is how he's now registering. And this is going to be pretty expensive because remember, they got to pay him for all that time and all those hearings, and there's going to be a lot of hearings with the Somali case. So that's going to be a pretty big one. So let's get over here and give you the rest of the presentation. So let's talk about the new crime, shall we? So here is...
Oh, that's well. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I was so stunlocked by this new lawyer, this new private lawyer, that I forgot, the video was literally called. He got a new charge with God knows how many years.
As of today, we have May 8th, 2025, Ramzi Khalid Ismail has been officially charged with a second count. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not one, but two counts of the violation of the Special Act on Crimes for the distribution of false video deepfakes. This effectively doubles his maximum possible criminal penalty for deepfakes. There are now two charges. Each charge.
Oh my God, I have no idea what that was about. Like the second one I haven't seen just yet. But like if now they can add that on top and he can defend that or contest it. Oh,
a max of 10.5 years. Thus, the max penalty now he faces is 21 years in prison just for deepfakes. And then, because we have other charges.
Wait, is that with two of them or like just one?
Remember, we've got other charges. That's another 10 years stacked on. So
oh no, he just says right at the bottom, both,
he's looking at up
them.
to 31 years. That's the maximum amount now. 31 years in Korean prison.
I'm not shocked. Like if you guys see the thumbnail for this video, he literally says on a chalkboard, 31 years in jail. So I'm not shocked. But like now seeing like an actual like smart guy, like legal mindset, literally say definitively he'll probably serve 31 years. Holy shit, dude. That really fucking hammers in the reality of this situation.
Let's talk about this new charge. So let's talk about this deepfake, okay? So
now remember the last one was with, what was the name? Coco or something? That was the first one. Who's this new one?
We now have two. What does this mean? This means that we have one from the female victim, which is presumptively Bong Bong IRL.
Oh, that was the name. And the second one with a male victim. He's like,
we have a second charge, which is probably from the Korean streamers, right? Bang TV, who I interviewed. You've got Yuma. Yeah. You've got Dalgun, who I interviewed. And by the way, Dalgun, who had all of his fines paid for the punch by donut operator and by donations from kind people like you.
Oh, that's what, bro, for context, like that guy that punched on Somali, the fucking legend donut operator paid for his fines all the way in fucking Texas or wherever he lives. He literally sent the money over to pay for that guy's fines. That's awesome, actually. I'm not even kidding.
So Dalgun, he had a deepfake of him. So did Bang TV.
Oh, I was joking about it being a male victim. Wait, that's crazy, actually. So because he made a deepfake or he spread a deepfake of the other guy doing anything else but something sexual, that can get him in trouble as well. I think the first one with Bong Bong made sense, right? Because if you make by the way, the video was like him making out with her. If you make a video like that and spread it around, yeah, that's fucked up. You deserve, to be tried for that. But if you make like I don't really know the context of this video, but like there's no way it's sexual because Johnny was probably homophobic. So like, did they make a video of him kissing the guy? No. It was like a new video of like him punching him again.
So did
I don't know that actually.
Yuma. So all those guys press charges.
I'm not saying it's not illegal because I'm not gonna argue against the laws of Korea, but like morally, I don't really care if he made a video of the other guy not doing anything else that's not sexual.
Yes. So those deepfake charges were pending against him. So all of those charges are coming against him, and they're separate. And what that means is that he can get hit with double the penalties. And even if there was a settlement, a quote unquote settlement with Bong Bong, which is, remember, his whole big legal talk, his whole big legal strategy was, we're going to settle with Bong Bong. We're going to settle with the female victim. We're going to pressure her. And they wanted to threaten her.
What a piece of, okay, his lawyer probably said that, right? That's so shitty. Okay, so I'm going to make this deep fake of this woman, right? And I'm going to pressure her to shut the fuck up in court. Because that's true, actually, allegedly, reportedly.
She showed the image on her stream as well. But she showed it to show how mad she was about it, being like, this is wrong, right? So he tried to blackmail the victim. And not only did that fail, it literally backfired in his face. When he tried to blackmail the female victim, The prosecutors probably saw this and said, oh, hell no, we're going to double down and give you another one. And by the way, there will be no settlement on that one.
Okay, that's shitty. I was thinking, if someone is that scummy in court, they ought not receive double sentence. But in this one case, I can make an exception. Because fuck
Because
Johnny.
it's with the Korean YouTubers that you are literally attacking and threatening with defamation. Remember, guys, Hank and Johnny have been threatening to sue the Korean YouTubers and myself, by the way, threatening to sue me with defamation in Korea. Do you think that people that...
I love this shit so much. Like, whenever people get angry being defamed, being slandered, they always do it when they already have like a losing court case already. Like, bitch, please. You don't have the money, you don't have the time, you don't have the fucking energy to go after these people. Especially legal mindset. The guy that's been covering, this story objectively, truthfully, from the very beginning. It's just like an intimidation tactic, but like surely you could be more menacing than a fucking a bold-faced lie like that.
You threatened to sue, and you are suing. You literally said you're suing them. You were threatening Daegun. You're threatening other people. Do you think they're going to come to some settlement with you? By the way, that doesn't even really work in Korean court. Even if they were to say, oh yeah, we agree, the prosecutor could still bring it.
Oh shit, that's crazy actually. Yeah.
Their whole big brain legal...
No, I'm pretty sure wait, is this a civil case? No, it must be, yeah, because it involves bong bong.
Strategy.
No, but wasn't there shit with the fucking police maybe? He did an objectively legal crime.
Just got nuked from orbit. It got absolutely destroyed. And remember, Johnny said, if I get charged with deepfakes, I'm fighting this out. Let's fight this out, Ramsey. Let's fight this out. Also, someone says RKI. What is RKI? RKI stands for Ramsey Khalid Ismail. That is Johnny Somali's name, is Ramsey Khalid Ismail.
No, what a goofy ass name.
RKI. RKI. So this absolutely, to me, and I just was laughing about this, it completely nukes this guy. In terms of all that strategy he talked about, that's all wiped the floor with. So he's going to have his lawyers, his two lawyers, which, by the way, weren't talking to each other. They weren't even...
Oh, that's what... Like, this guy, his trump card, the guy that hasn't been in court in 20 years, he barely knows shit about this. Like, he needs, some fucking cheap, second-rate public lawyer to explain this to him.
They didn't even know...
Bro, the communication in this is so ass. You've got John Somali, right? Doesn't fucking speak Korean. You've got Hank, who, he's a good mediator, but then he has to go through the public lawyer, and he has to, give the information to the private lawyer. They work together, right? But, he knows more, because he was there in the beginning from this trial. But, holy shit, dude.
Know about the other charges. So now they've got to...
You probably have, an easier time just fucking learning Korean.
Figure this out.
I'm joking, but, that'd be funny.
Somehow together, or maybe apart. I don't know. Maybe the public defender has to go, now that he has a private attorney. Who knows? And so it opens up an entire new world with massive amounts of problems. All right, let's get to the charges in total. So here we have, also the process. So guys, I am going to show you everything that is at step 4, okay? I am showing
that's fine. Korean criminal process for dummies, aka special people.
You everything at step dummies. 4. That's trial.
Funny.
There are things he is still being investigated for at step 3. This is the Korean criminal process. I've shown this chart many, many times, but just so you guys know, there are more crimes under investigation. Remember, there's stuff like his threats against the streamer Nana. Remember that? The harassment of Nana? There's also stuff like the Lotte World stuff that can be reopened and can be brought as well. There's also stuff that is coming down the pike.
Bro, this drama is so artistic and deep. I barely know these names. Guys, remember, you've got Lala, you've got this other streamer, you've got 20 other people that he threatened. What? The most I remember was Bong Bong, of course. But I guess, in my off time of now covering John Somali, he's had several dramas apart from this. This guy's pathetic.
So we can have more.
He gonna save his own life if he fucking cared.
What I'm talking about.
He gonna keep his mouth shut if it meant, no prison at all.
Stuff at step 4, okay? This is everything. This is the master list. This is the factual list.
God.
If any clippers need to get factual information, this is what...
Okay, I'll go over this in a second. Let me check. 7-Eleven, I remember that. That was him throwing noodles at the 7-Eleven, right? Fucking fish. I haven't seen this one myself, but allegedly he was slapping people or harassing them with a rotten fish on a bus. Whatever, what was the other one? Bus, oh no, I guess the fish one and the bus one was separate, because that's right there. Unconfirmed. And I'm guessing by just obstruction of business, it means exactly that, he was fucking around at a shop. And he was making it harder for the shop owner, I guess. What was this one? Violation of the special act on the punishment, etc. of sexual crimes. I'm not sure. I'm guessing like that's the no, yeah, he just said right there, it was a deep fakes. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Facts are, this is
Oh, it says distribution of false video. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
100% accurate, okay? The 6 charges. First, we had obstruction of business.
Bro, this is so old. Look at this shit. Indictment 2024.
So the 7-Eleven.
I mean, it's not long ago, but like this drama, this court case, has started for that long.
Ramen, for throwing ramen at 7-Eleven.
Bro, I covered this guy when he was a nobody in Tokyo back like 2023.
Was brought against him in 2024 in November. And this was the first crime in the Western District. He pled guilty to that crime. So he is already guilty of number 1. Number 2, we had violation of the Minor Crimes Act. This is for carrying around the fish, for harassing people, causing them anxiety, chasing them down.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anxiety? It's a fucking fish.
Was merged in on the 4th of December of 2024. He has pled guilty to that. On the 3rd charge, the violation of the Minor Crimes Act, this was for disruption on the bus and in the subway. This was merged in right before his trial date in February 11th. It was merged in. He has pled guilty to that. So 1, 2, and 3, guilty. Here we go. 4. This is a new charge that he was merged in right before his case that I attended. This was right before the one that I went to and Tozy went to. This is a second claim, number 4, of obstruction of business. We do not know exactly what that is for. Our speculation is it is Lotte World. We have not confirmed that. We don't know 100%, but that is our educated guess. That was merged in right before the trial on the 4th of March. Now we had the first deepfake, number 5. That was merged in on the 27th. And because of that, his trial date last month in April was pushed to May. So because of that charge number 5, his trial was pushed from April to May.
Wait, could you imagine like this guy having like his trial date pushed back indefinitely every single fucking month because he's like a bunch of a fiend, a devil.
So now we have again another deepfake coming in for right before the trial on the 8th of May. So guys, look at the pattern here. Look at the pattern of these mergers. On the 8th of May, 27th of March, 4th of March, 11th. What are they doing? It doesn't take a genius to see a pattern here. They are spreading out the charges and they are inflicting as much procedural pain on Johnny Somali as they absolutely can.
I like that. Actually. Yeah, fuck him.
They are pushing his trial and making him delay. Because by doing...
I don't know, like it's one of those things where I like objectively right in a vacuum. I would say that sounds shitty, right? Because I would just feel bad for like the defendant, but in this one case, I can forgive it, right? Because John Somali has been doing this for years. Like, if you want real justice, fucking count him for this shit in Israel, Gaza. I'm joking. Like, he was fucking around in Tel Aviv, if I remember. Count him for that shit and the shit he did in Japan. Because I mean, with all love and respect to my Japanese fans, all 0 of you guys fucked up with him. You guys barely gave him a slap on the wrist. Okay, he needs like all this shit.
1 week before, the lawyers will panic. Johnny will panic. They won't have time to review the charges. So what are they going to do? They're going to push it down the line. They're going to keep pushing it. And all of a sudden, he's been trapped in Korea for a year, maybe a year and a half. We can go 2 years, maybe even, guys. We're going to talk about what will happen here. So they are making this as painful.
And bear in mind, like Hang was complaining about like his family, like slowly disavowing him due to his support of Johnny, right? So if he stays longer because of all the setbacks, he might be fucking drained up of all his money. Oh my, actual worst case scenario.
As well as possible in this guy.
I don't care.
And by the way, it is all because he is he's pushing things and digging himself deeper and deeper while he's still in Korea, streaming, mocking the system, mocking Koreans, attacking people, harassing people. You're seeing a pattern here. Now, by the way, for the deepfakes, once again, for number...
Wait, is he still streaming outside? No, he is, yeah. But I want to know his last fuck up, like harassing a citizen. I don't know the last one, actually, to be fair.
So this is number 5, the first deepfake. We believe that was the deepfake of Bong Bong IRL, the female streamer who he was making out with in a deepfake. Making out is a crime. It is a act, right? To depict someone making out, right? It's considered an intimate act. We also have similar videos, similar deepfake video of Dalgun, of Bang TV, of Jungman, of other folks, and that would be number 6. So that's what I speculate those are. We don't know. There could be other deepfakes, because remember,
but like how much of like a horn dog was he to make multiple AI videos like this? Now I'm not gonna say if he made them or his rat fans made them, but regardless, if they're being added on top, odds are he distributed them on a stream wherever, and that's a crime by itself. I'm pretty sure actually.
Discord.
Either that or like he took like proud ownership over his videos.
They were in his Discord and they got information from his Discord. So there may be other stuff ripped from his Discord or submitted by people from his Discord, right? Who may be snaking him even to this day, right? And that may be used against him as a deepfake. We don't know yet. We don't know 100%. We're only going to find out 100% at the next trial. So this is the accurate list. Now let's talk about, people want to know, what are the penalties? So obstruction of business, that's maximum penalty. Once again, there's no minimums in Korea. There's no minimum punishment. So obstruction of business is maximum of 5. Violation of the Minors Crime Act, that's going to be a fine. Same thing with the second one. So those are going to be fines. Obstruction of business, that's up to 5 years again. So now we're up to 10, right? 2 obstruction of business, up to 10.
Oh my god! He's slowly tallying up all the fucking all the years. Sorry,
Then we got
time.
deepfakes.
Oh shit!
10.5 for the first, 10.5 for the second is the maximum.
I already know, like just 31 years, but I came slowly counting up. Oh my god!
Put those all together. 10.5 but 10.5, that's 21. I'm a lawyer. I don't math so good, but that's 21 years. 5 for obstruction, and 5 for the obstruction. That's 31. That is 30, up to a maximum of 31. The Korean court.
You're gonna fucking rot in a stupid stone cell in Korea. I'm sure they have fine prisons, right? But a prison's still a prison.
This question every single time. When they issue a amount of time in prison, they issue it all together. So they take everything together and they give one number. They don't say 5 years for this. We issue 1 year, 5 year, 3. They issue it all together. So they say we sentence him to X amount in jail, and they're going to give a sum. So they're not going to say we sentence him to 3 and 2 and 1 and 5, and there's no concurrent or consecutive. There's no argument about that. It's just one. So they say, hey, we're going to give you a year, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, right? That is how they are going to do that.
Logan Paul is.
Are we done? Oh shit! So that was a video before it. Holy shit, dude! Oh my god! I mean, I think like anyone. No, okay. I'm gonna show for a second. Last year, the idea of John Somali being arrested and actually, detained for this was fucking asinine. It could never happen. But now, in the glorious year of May, it's May right now. In the glorious year of May 25, we have finally got near 99.9% proof that he'll serve fucking a third of a century in a prison, 31 years. Holy shit! It hasn't been served just yet. But if a fucking smart guy, illegal mindset, has been convinced for over a year, and he looked at all the evidence, and he can make a educated guess, then I trust him, whatever. If he does 30 years, it'll be 30 years, I imagine. I feel like. I can't think of a single thing that will save him from this. If he fucks up the first time by allegedly blackmailing Bong Bong, he's a fucking idiot. He's not built for this. And as I imagine, neither is the lawyer he hired, who hasn't been in court for over 20 years. He's so fucked for this. Johnny, I hope you enjoy those 30 years, but after your entire fucking career is built off this, I'm sorry. I don't feel that bad. My god.